If you think getting rich looks like Lambos, Rolexes, and loud flexing, you're already looking in the wrong direction. Because the truth is, most people who are quietly getting rich don't look rich at all. No announcements, no celebrations, just subtle changes in how they think, spend, and live. And by the time everyone else notices, it's already too late to copy them. Welcome back to Financial Underpinnings. Today, we're breaking down 8 quiet signs you're getting rich. Signs no one talks about, not because they're secret, but because they're boring. They don't look impressive, they don't sell courses, but they are real. And if even a few of these are already happening in your life, you might be much further ahead than you think. Let's start with the first one. Sign number 1, your expenses stop growing, but your income doesn't. This is huge. Most people fall into lifestyle inflation without realizing it. They earn more, so they upgrade everything. Bigger apartment, new car, better restaurants, more subscriptions. The money comes in and quietly leaks right back out. But people who are getting rich quietly do something very different. They lock their lifestyle at a certain level and then let income rise above it. According to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, households earning over $150,000 often spend only about 10 to 15% more than households earning around $75,000. That gap is where wealth is built. Not by sacrifice, by restraint. If your paycheck is increasing, but your monthly expenses feel boringly stable, that's not stagnation, that's progress. And here's the important part. The next sign is even more powerful, and there's a real chance you already have it without realizing it. Sign number 2. You stop caring about impressing people you don't even like. This one doesn't happen overnight. You don't announce it. You just wake up one day and notice something's changed. You're no longer buying things to signal success. You're buying things because they make your life easier. You choose comfort over status, function over flex, a reliable car over a luxury badge, a quiet dinner over an expensive scene. Psychologists call this status detachment, and it's strongly correlated with long-term financial security. When you stop spending money to prove something, you finally keep money long enough to build something. If you feel less pressure to look successful and more interest in actually being stable, that's not losing ambition, that's maturity. And what's interesting is this. The next sign builds directly on this one, and it shows up emotionally before it shows up financially. Sign number 3. Small financial emergencies don't stress you out anymore. They still happen. The car needs repairs, a medical bill shows up, an appliance breaks, but instead of panic, you feel annoyance. Then you handle it. According to the Federal Reserve, nearly 37% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing or selling something. That's not because they're irresponsible, it's because they're financially fragile. If a $1,000 surprise no longer feels like a crisis for you, that's not luck, that's resilience forming quietly in the background. You're not rich yet, but you're no longer one problem away from disaster. And once again, the next sign is even telling, because this is where your mindset starts shifting permanently. Sign number 4. You think in years, not months. Early on, money thinking is short-term. Can I pay rent this month? Can I survive until the next paycheck? But then something changes. You start thinking in 3-year plans, 5-year moves, 10-year outcomes. You delay gratification without feeling deprived. You invest knowing the payoff won't be fast, and you're okay with that. A long-term Harvard study found that people who plan financially beyond 5 years are more than twice as likely to reach high net worth compared to those focused only on short-term income. If future you has started showing up in your decisions, you're already playing a different game. Quick question, and be honest with yourself. Which of these signs have you noticed in your own life so far? Drop the number in the comments. I actually read those. Now let's move forward, because the next sign is quieter but extremely important. Sign number 5, you talk less about money, but think about it more strategically. When money is stressful, it's emotional. People complain about prices, bills, and how everything feels unfair. But as people quietly get richer, those conversations change. They talk less about money problems and more about systems, investments, trade-offs, risk, long-term returns. Not how fast can I get rich, but what's the downside, or what happens if this goes wrong? That shift from emotional money thinking to analytical money thinking is subtle, but it's powerful. It means money is no longer your enemy, it's a tool. And if this is starting to sound like you, the next sign usually shows up right after. Sign number 6, your time becomes more valuable than your money. This one separates almost everyone. You stop chasing tiny savings that cost hours of your life. You pay for convenience without guilt. You outsource things you don't enjoy, not because you're lazy, but because you understand opportunity cost. If your hour is worth $50, spending 2 hours to save $10 makes no sense. Quietly wealthy people don't obsess over pennies. They protect focus, energy, and time. If you're starting to say, "That's not worth my time," more often, that's not arrogance, that's alignment. Let me ask you something. Would you rather have more money or more control over your time? Tell me in the comments. I'm genuinely curious where you stand. Now, the next sign is emotional, and most people don't recognize it until much later. Sign number 7, you feel calmer about the future, even if nothing looks dramatic right now. You're not euphoric, you're not celebrating, you're just steady. You sleep better. You're less reactive to bad news. Market drops don't shake you the same way. Economic headlines feel less personal. Studies show that people with at least 6 months of expenses saved report significantly lower stress levels, regardless of income. That calm isn't accidental. It's the result of quiet preparation. And once you experience it, you never want to go back. Which brings us to the final sign, the one nobody talks about, because you can't fake it. Sign number 8, you become harder to manipulate. Financial pressure makes people easy to control. Bad jobs, bad deals, bad relationships. When you don't need money urgently, you gain something far more valuable than cash: leverage. You can say no. You walk away from unfair offers. You don't tolerate disrespect just to survive. This is the real power of wealth. Not yachts, not watches, optionality. Your posture in life changes when your finances give you room to breathe. Here's the truth most people miss. None of these signs look impressive online. You can't post them. You can't flex them. That's why they're ignored. But stack them together: controlled expenses, emotional calm, long-term thinking, time leverage, and you get something far better than looking rich. You get wealth in motion. And if you don't see these signs yet, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're earlier in the process. Every wealthy person started with confusion and stress. The difference is they kept building quietly, while others quit loudly. If this way of thinking about money resonates with you, subscribe to Financial Underpinnings. This channel is about understanding the systems beneath money, not chasing hype, not selling shortcuts. One last question before you go. Which of these signs surprised you the most? Or which one do you want to reach next? Because in the next video, we're breaking down the one habit that silently destroys wealth for middle-class earners, and almost nobody realizes they're doing it until it's too late.